Okay, so this is where I get to my top tips. There are so many top tips. I mean, I could talk about this for another few hours, but I just want to sort of flag some things to think about. And I think it's back to this point that we said before, don't underestimate, actually. This isn't just, you can't just go, oh, great, it's an interesting talent pool. We'll just go, fine, we'll bring in returners. You are going to hit the same challenges as have existed before if you don't really think about this in a structured way. So the first bit is to think about your positioning. Yeah, and how if you're going to talk about returners internally, how do we talk about them? And it's not talking about it as a bit of a charity case. It's not saying, oh, great, we're also, doing programs for all sorts of deprived areas of society. We'll do one for returners as well. That doesn't position it the right way. What you want to be starting with the business needs, the business case. This is about a way to get strong and diverse and high caliber talent. Now, there are other forms of programme, and actually the government is now supporting bringing in sort of deprived groups, bringing in people who have sort of lower skilled people on career break. Fantastic, and I think it's really important all organisations support that, but that is a different conversation than the one you're having about this sort of returner programme. Yeah, and I think it's really important, and it's very important for the people you're bringing in that this is positioned the right way. It's also not positioned as, here we are, the older interns. You really need to think about this. You need to make sure that everybody within the organisation knows that this is a skilled and experienced group you are bringing in. So that's point one, is just when you start talking about it, it's the positioning. Point two is the buy-in. Yeah, you've got to have the business buy-in. And this aspect, I think that was flagged here, it can't just be seen as an HR initiative. You need to have support within the business. And that's one of the reasons that actually I love working with the Diversity Project, is it is very much this sort of coming from a business-focused perspective. You do need to have HR support as well, though, because some organisations try to do it just within the business and people off the side of their desk, and you can't do that. Yeah, you need both. So it really needs to be this combined effort between HR and the business buy-in. Yeah, and very much sort of joining the dots between the two. You need support from senior management, absolutely, as with any sort of diversity initiative, any sort of talent program you're doing anyway, you need support from the top. But just as importantly here, you need support from the hiring managers. This can't be something that's just pushed down and mandated and effectively targeted. You've got to have the hiring managers who buy into it, who say, yeah, this is a great thing for us to be doing. So you need to sort of work a bit on that. You do need then, in terms of just think about structuring it right, work suitable for skills and experience. This isn't, a bit of lower level, effectively sort of teenage world graduate work experience. You need to be offering professional level pay. Critically, this bit about ensuring headcount is available if you're doing a returnship, and this aspect of offering flexible working whenever it's possible. So talking about flexibility that is on offer within the organisation, not creating new forms of flexibility, but talking about flexibility at point of hire. Again, this is one of those things that has a good knock-on benefit generally on your thinking and your advertising and targeting diverse groups. And then this aspect of providing support, the training, the mentoring, the coaching. And last but not least, this is about quality. It's not about quantity. It's not about let's have a huge program. It needs to be personalised. You try with a pilot. You treat it as a learning approach. You don't expect it to be perfect first time. You try it, you learn, you develop, and that's where we find these programs have been really successful.